From Flint, Michigan, redshirt freshman guard number 2, Alante Allen Johnson. A sophomore guard from Frisco, Texas, number 5, Trenton Walters. From the Ukraine, a 6'9" freshman forward, number 15, Vlad Simaric.
Even off the bench, clearly saw something.
Tip is up and in the hands of Walters, and this ball game is underway. Official starting time, 7:01 tonight. Indian Hills 1-1. Pratt 2-0 on the year, but Pratt really hasn't been tested. A couple of junior or JV programs, 4-year JV programs, but they have shown that they can really score. They come out in a man-to-man, and Allen Johnson traveled with the basketball. They kind of jumped him there and forced the early turnover on the Warriors.
I think they could have gotten him with a carry or a travel there when you kind of palm the basketball like that as you take a few steps. That was going to get called.
Well, Indian Hills plays pretty much all man-to-man, and they are really good at it. They force you to work. Cole Dewey, talk a lot with him, and it all starts with defense, no doubt. And he likes the way Costello plays defense. We talk about this young man out of Waukee, Iowa, and his ability to shoot, but he'll tell you he's always in the right spot, and he plays very good defense. Shot clock at 4, ball on the floor, shot clock at 2. They better get a shot up, and he got it off right at the buzzer, and they said no, he didn't get it off in time. It didn't go in anyway. That was Hunter Vaughn, 6-foot redshirt freshman out of Colby, Kansas. And Pratt going to show a little pressure. Ball comes in to Allen Johnson, young man out of Flint, Michigan. There have been a few pretty good basketball players come out of Flint, Michigan.
I'll say.
Walters goes into the lane, tries to get it to Costello in the corner. They'll knock it out of bounds with 16 on the shot clock. Indian Hills ranked number 11 in the preseason rankings, and no new rankings yet. So we're still number 11. Like to put together a couple wins this weekend. Costello off the rim, no good. Simaric gets the board. Another opportunity for the Warriors. He'll kick it out up top, and we'll reset the half-court offense. Abdullah Fall's got a lane to the basket, and he's going to be fouled. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, burst of speed there from the perimeter. A great take and strong.
Just Titus, yeah. I guess. And Kelsey, the athletic director. Yeah, of course. Sure. Fall hit them both. Warriors take the 2-0 lead, and that shot is going to go there on the baseline. Joseph Oparike.
That was a tough finish there. I mean, he basically shot that from behind the backboard.
Allen Johnson stops, finds a friend, and Abdullah Fall. Fall gives it back to him. Shot clock's at 17. Johnson to the hoop, got by the defender off the rim. No good, but Simaric taps it in, and the Warriors have the 4-2 lead.
Already his second offensive rebound. Didn't have to do much with that except tap it back in.
Young man, just 18 years old, so he's not just a freshman, he's a young freshman. Into the lane, and backhanded layup won't go, but Pratt gets the rebound. We're going to have a foul. It'll stay here. That'll be the first foul of the ball game committed by the Warriors, and it's going to go against Amonte Allen Johnson.
Did you say 18 years old, Russ?
Just 18 years old.
Oh, my gosh. So he's still, I mean, getting used to his body. I mean, he's still getting used to being that size and playing against these athletes.
Yeah, try to get used to that 6'9" frame. He's guarding. Oparike. That shot is off the mark there. Loose ball, out of bounds. Warriors believe it's theirs, and it is. Ball. Go Hills TV is powered by JBS, bringing more to the table. Trenton Walters played at Radford last year. We're going to have a little trivia coming your way, and I'm going to be really impressed if anybody gets this answer, and I think maybe somebody will. Oh, a travel there. I don't know what that was all about. But, travel called against Vlad, and the Warriors will turn it over. All right, we've got Darla Francis. We are at the game and love hearing Dwayne announcing. Absolutely, Darla Eddyville. Hey, congratulations to the Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont girls volleyball team. Second in state. Came up just a little short to Denver yesterday in the championship game, but man, what a run those girls have had.
Had a blast covering that with Dwayne and I, or Coralville. That was so fun.
Some good volleyball.
Absolutely.
The Schaefer girls can hit it, man. This one is going to be on the money, and Pratt's going to take the lead. Jarrett Dingle, young man from Hempstead, New York, 5'11 sophomore, put that one in. For the Beavers, the most diligent worker in the animal kingdom.
They really are.
Is the beaver.
They really are. They have their own ecosystems with the dams that they build.
Abdullah Fall, now that one got in a little bit of a jet stream there and was a little long. That's why the term busy as a beaver.
It's a compliment.
It's a compliment. They're an impressive creature. The lob now knocked free, loose, Fall, and we're probably going to have a jump ball. We do. And the arrow points in the favor of Pratt.
If you're the Beavers.
Well, Will Casey's on the floor now, as is Zevin Gadsden. Into the lane and knocked loose, but he got it back and he gets the bucket. That's just determination there by Jarrett Dingle. And it's a 7-4 lead for Pratt. Now he got a foul. A little over-aggressive there on Kason Robinson. We got a shout-out. Aishalyn Powell, our sideline reporter this year, a member of our volleyball team. The Warrior volleyball team is watching. They took off about 3 o'clock today for Belleville, Illinois, so they may be there or be very, very close. Aishalyn is tuned in, says, go Warriors from the volleyball team. And, Zach, you're going to go see that volleyball team.
Right on.
Tomorrow.
Can't wait. Hope they can make it to Nationals and put on a good showing. Going to be great to cover them.
Zach and the crew. Jimmy Ott, the one and only Jimmy Ott II, makes a return to Go Hills TV to produce and direct. Zach will be on the call in the Midwest District B. And that doesn't mean secondary. It just means there's A and there's B, depending on which Illinois team won, was the number 1 seed and which was the number 2. This one is
I think that was
blocked.
deflected, yeah.
So by us playing in the Midwest District B, that actually means that we were the number 1 seed. Offensive foul coming here. We were the number 1 seed, the B here.
Sure.
We play at 4 o'clock tomorrow. We've got a first-round bye, so we don't know yet who we're playing, but Zach will be on the call there. And if we win, then Sunday we'll play for the championship and the right to go to Clarksville, Tennessee, and the national tournament, which would be 3 years in a row for us if we can do that. Zevin Gadsden kicks it across to Will Casey. Casey, through traffic, puts it up off the glass and rim, and no good. So you definitely, the volleyball team and everybody, we really love this new segment. Ooh, that should have been a foul, and it is. Yeah, and Vlad knew it. He even raised his hand. Team, you do not want to miss the starting lineup tonight. That's coming up in our break after the 12. It's a media 12 timeout is when we'll have your Warehouse Barbecue and Brew honorary faculty and staff starting lineup. 7-4 Pratt right now. The Warriors struggling to get it going offensively in the early going. So that's a little underhanded scoop. No good. Loose ball. We might have a chance for a breakaway here. Up ahead and laid up and in for Quentin Perkins. Young man out of Dallas, Texas gets the easy bucket. 7-6 now. So Walters Casey, his three-pointers on the money. Man, that was number 14, Kason Robinson. Perkins, Casey, Caden Nation's on the floor now. That's him with the basketball. And then Gadsden and Walters. Casey into the lane, and he is fouled. He's going to go to the lane. Will Casey averaging 25. 10-7, Beavers in the lead. Angie Ham, let's go Warriors from the Hams in Mountain Home, Arkansas. Bob and Ann Allison watching in Mississippi. They're on their way to Florida. Talked to Steve earlier, and they are in Corinth, Mississippi. And then you've got Paula Del Ponte cheering on the Warriors, and Gail Duplessis. Will Casey with the step-through kiss off the glass. Pretty basketball there by Will Casey. John and Gail watching from Clearwater, Florida. Go Warriors. So welcome in, everybody. We love to hear from you. KJ Dunn says go Warriors. And Simahan Hanks, go Warriors. Lisa Van Clavern, we'd love to hear from you. Let us know where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. If you've got a specific favorite. Tayshawn Bridges now out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin checks in for the Indian Hills Warriors. 10-9 ball game. Beavers in the lead. Knocked free. Boy, if he could have knocked that back, Will Casey might have brought the entire facility to its knees. He would ever want to see a basketball hoop sweat, have Will Casey coming at it with nobody in his way. Rochelle Cornish in the house tonight with Alan Lana Rice and grandsons Lane Dentler and Bo Beeler. And that is a traveling violation.
Okay.
$13-18 to go, opening half of basketball. Russ W. Oker, Zach Ebrahim on the call tonight. Glad to be with you. Kim Garner tuned in. Go Warriors. Casey going to the hoop, and he is fouled, and that might have been a good idea.
Again, just 2 steps, and there's such long strides that he's by his defender. He's obviously got the lateral quickness, but with that frame and those long strides, I mean, 1 dribble, again, 3-point line to the rim.
Warriors on the inbounds, comes into Perkins. Perkins goes baseline, goes to the corner. Bridges hangs, no good. Knocked loose, and out of there with it come the Beavers. No good. Zevin Gadsden out of Akron, Ohio. 3-pointer from Caden Nation off the rim, no good. Will Casey says, I'll take it, and we'll keep the basketball right here if you don't mind. And he'll give it up to Gadsden. Warriors swinging around the perimeter. 3-pointer coming here, off the mark. Casey fighting for it, and it'll go out of bounds. 12.5 to play in the opening half of basketball. Check out. And so now the officials are going to get together. I'm not sure. Okay. Going to bring it in to Samoon. And he will throw it back to Dingle. Dingle has 5 points in the ball game. And he fires this one up. And that one was into a little bit of a wind, apparently. And with 12:04 to go, the Warriors.
Russ, I don't think he throws up that shot. Obviously, the shot clock was not even close to being expiring, and he thought he was going to draw a foul.
Turns out he was wrong. Bridges back to Allen Johnson. Now Caden Nation. Nation played at Western Nebraska last year. He can really shoot it. Bridges, some fancy dribbling into the lane, up and under, wouldn't go. Will Casey, though, will come out of there with it. Gadsden from about 17 rattles it in, and the Warriors take the lead. Just our second lead of the night. We led 2-0, and then since then the Beavers have had the lead. It's been obviously very close. Nobody's pulled away. 11-10. Next dead ball, which will be this. It'll be a foul on Gadsden, and it'll take us to our under 12 media time.
And that sometimes is an aberration, a team shooting 50%. But when you get outscored by 24 points in one aspect of the game, that can come back and haunt you if you're the Warriors.
To the corner, a 3-pointer here is off the rim, no good. Mason Costello in the lineup. He's got it up ahead to Nation. Nation trying to get it to Will Casey. And he threw it away. Doggone it. That one maybe needs to go to the rim. I think if you're Caden Nation there, you need to kind of toss that up towards the rim, and I think that's what they were saying from the bench. Just leave it up and let Will Casey go to work.
Yeah, it's a tougher pass, too, especially when you have 2 teammates streaking to the rim. Neither of them knows who it's necessarily intended for. As Costello fouls on the perimeter, that's what also makes a pass like that.
Tonight, and that is the 5th team foul on Indian Hills. 10:52 to go, opening half, 1-point lead Warriors. The RV and Power Sports Classic, and I think he might have bailed him out there. Going to get fall in. He played at Cloud County last year. So we've got Allen Johnson, Fall, Simmerich, Bridges, and Nation on the floor for the Warriors. 3-pointer here is off the mark into the hands of Tayshaun Bridges. Bridges is quick. He'll go to the corner. Abdullah Fall. No good. Warriors now 0 for 6 from long range. Back to Fall. Allen Johnson will float it into the hands of Simmerich, and he will go to the free throw line.
That's already his 4th offensive rebound, and when a big guy's working like that down low, you hope he gets rewarded.
Absolutely. 94-75. That one is good. Simmerich got them both. Vlade, Vlade. And the Warriors have the 3-point lead. Knock loose, and Bridges gets it to Fall. Abdullah will bring it up. Baseline, Bridges hangs in the air, no good. Knock loose, and it'll be Pratt basketball. Vlad wanted the call, he didn't get it. Coach Dewey wanted the call as well, and he'll plead his case, but likely will come up empty-handed. Dwayne Cook on the public address tonight. Member of the Iowa Media Network broadcast team. Oh, that was maybe a little shuffle there.
I can't believe Dwayne's never done PA before tonight. Did you know that?
I did not know that he had not done PA before.
Never
tonight.
done it before.
That surprises the heck out of him. He's probably always. Pratt brings it in. The defense there by Fall. Into the lane, the little floater off the front of the rim, no good. Battle for the ball, back into the hands of the Beavers. And they'll get another chance. Shot clock resets to 20. All right, I'm going to throw a little trivia at everybody here and see if anybody can come up with this. Got a foul on the way to the bucket here. Who's tonight at the Hellier Center?
You don't say.
Yeah. I will give people a little hint. He's never coached at Indian Hills, so I don't want to give anybody. He has never coached at Indian Hills. Paula Del Ponte says John Wooden. That is a great guess.
Very good.
That is not the right answer. Marty Luttring says Tara Vanderveer. That is another very good guess, Stanford. But no. This gentleman will be joining us on our Hy-Vee halftime show tonight. I'm so honored and so thrilled. Knocked away. Here comes the Beavers, and up and in. Basket's good, and we're going to have a timeout. That was Galvin Lukita who put that one in. So Ann Allison got it. And do we have him? There he is. Gene Best is his name. And Gene, from 1971, I think, to 2020, coached at Three Rivers Community College in Poplar Bluff, Missouri. Won 2 national championships. Care to guess how many wins, Zach? Hey, basket and a foul. Abdoulaye Fall puts it in for the Warriors.
Man, I'm going to go.
E. Smith Basketball Hall of Fame. How often do you get to meet somebody that's in the National Basketball Hall of Fame?
Not every day. That's an honor, just to have him in the building, like you said.
And when there's a statue of you, when you coach at the junior college level, there's a statue of this gentleman in front of the arena named after him in Poplar Bluff, Missouri. We're really looking forward to visiting with him. And happens to be, so you say, well, what's he doing in the house tonight? Well, our assistant coach, Trey Rakes, is going to marry his granddaughter.
Really?
Yeah. So
I was wondering that.
Yeah. What's the guy doing? Just loves basketball so much he drove up for a game. But his granddaughter is going to marry next summer. Is going to marry our very own Trey Rakes, who was an assistant at Three Rivers before coming here to Indian Hills. Walters will dribble through and now choose to dribble out. Spins in the corner, looking for a friend here. Goes to Abdoulaye Fall in the other corner. Yes, sir. Morgan's corner three-pointer. And our first of the night. And the Warriors take a 19-15 lead.
Needed one of those to fall. They had multiple opportunities from that same corner, finally able to cash in.
Now 1 of 7 from three-point land are the Warriors. Jamal Intizami getting set to check in for Indian Hills. And Vlad almost got to it, but put in by Raza Majid. It's a lanky feller there, too.
Yeah, they had to bring him in because Semrich was doing a number on the glass, and now they brought in Majid to combat that size.
They list him at 7'1", and I would say that's just about accurate. Fall with a nice steal. Gets it back to Perkins. Perkins out ahead of traffic. He will lay it up and in. Good take by Quentin Perkins. Found another gear. And he lays it in, and the Warrior lead is 21-17. I'd love to get hot here. Let's open up double digits before the half. Warriors switch off, a lot of helps, and then now knock loose. Caden Nation's got a great steal by Abdoulaye Fall. He has been all over the place in this one. The Edward Jones grounds crew coming out. Great work there by that young man. Get in, get out. Baseline Walters, he's fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. Trenton Walters out of. Walters puts it in, no problem. Walters hits them both.
You talked about your dad wanting to see some dunks. Now, you love to call dunks.
I do.
Any basketball announcer does. I love your calls of dunks. Where'd you come up with, as we see a seal.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe we'll get one here. Up and under, no good. Hey, baby, Will Casey slams it home, and timeout. Taking the Warriors. I want you to know I always thought a lot of you, because this could be the day that it all comes to an end for you. And the backboards are like, someday it could be us. 8-point Warrior lead, just a 30-second timeout, and right back to the action. Barb Lindenmeyer's here cheering on her beloved Warriors. Coach Gene Bess joins us in the Hy-Vee halftime, and so excited to have this gentleman coming up, and just honored that he agreed to come up and chat. Make it 8. Started his career at Lesterville High School. 12 years a high school coach, and then was 1 year assistant at Three Rivers in 1970, and then took over as a head coach in 1971, where he stayed until 2020 at the same program. 2 national titles. Abdoulaye Fall kicks it out, and travel. I don't know what. Maybe I missed something there. I don't know. He must have taken a.
Only thing I can think of is if he had his feet come down before the ball was released on the pass, but.
We also had a Commissioner Tom McDonald spotting. I saw he was here earlier tonight. I assume I think he's still up there in the corner hanging out, watching a little basketball. And that is a 5-second. I thought they did away with that a couple years ago. I really did. I thought they did away with it. Maybe they brought it back this year. I'll be interested in checking that. I thought the last time that they lowered the shot clock, they did away with the 5-second closely guarded. But I obviously am wrong, because you would have thought if it wasn't supposed to be a rule that Coach Kenny Eddy would have said, excuse me, le pardois. I don't think so. Oh, nice change of direction there, but denied and then out of bounds. It'll stay with the Beavers.
It's been a physical game, Russ. I mean, obviously you're going to see that when combined, and they were both at 5 earlier.
Hunter Vaughn trying to step off Walters. Now he goes into the lane through traffic and denied by Jamal Intizami. Abdoulaye Fall brings it up. Will Casey's wanting it bad up in the air, but we're going to go to the corner. Bridges will go into the lane and got it. Tayshaun Bridges. I'll tell you what, the depth of this team this year to me is as good as I've seen depth-wise. We just run guys in and you don't miss a beat.
Such a luxury.
And we don't even have DeShagas yet. Anxious for him to get back. The young man is like 7'12" and a brick wall. He is a specimen physically. Can't wait to see him get in line. Up ahead to Tayshaun Bridges. Bridges! Hey, baby! Got the feed from Will Casey. 10-point Warrior lead. And the young man out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, throws it down for the Warriors. 3-pointer coming here is off the rim, no good. Knocked loose by Intizami. Out of there with it, Walters. Up ahead to Casey. Casey steps through, puts it up, no good, but he'll be going to the free throw line for 25.5. And that one's up with 3:12 to go in the opening half, and Casey missed them both. And then we'll have a challenge tomorrow night with Tyler in town as well. It's loose. Fight. Casey knocks it out, and Walters grabs it. Warriors will get another opportunity. Leading by 10, our largest lead of the night. And we are shooting just 1 of 8 from three-point land. Inside, he finds Intizami, and he will lay it in. Nice job by Jamal. Good find by Walters, and Intizami puts it in. 12-point Warrior lead, 2:40 to go, opening half. Up and under, no good. Intizami again knocks it loose. Now Walters tracks it down, and he will go to the free throw line. Look at that is good. And the Warrior lead.
Still able to get the outlet pass, go down the floor and draw the foul, but he'll be coming out at the next dead ball.
And that'll be now. They'll whistle him out of there, and you hope he's all right. He's gimping, and he'll see our head trainer, Kristen Mason, will take a look at Trenton. Perkins on the floor, 2:23 to go, first half of basketball. And at the halftime break, Dwayne Cook working double duty tonight. He'll get a comment from Coach Dewey. Warriors have opened up a 14-point lead. knocked loose, but now we're going to have a foul on Gadsden. And Gadsden's a little, you can tell a couple times tonight he's like, man, no.
Nice. Best start in program history. It's been an awesome fall.
Yeah, I guess.
It's been an awesome fall.
So they've got, who do they have this week, you said?
Michigan at home.
Oh, okay, well. Michigan's not obviously what they were last year, but that's still a formidable opponent, and you can't drop those games. They need to win that one. They've got Ohio State next week on the road. So no good. Casey trying to get it back. It's loose and out of there. 13-point Warrior lead. And swatted by Will Casey. Gadsden up ahead, leaves it for Bridges, and he puts it in. Good basketball there by the Warriors. And about 31 to go, and it is now a 15-point Indian Hills lead. And that's got to be a foul. Not a lot there, but you can't really call a travel on a guy when there was
blanking on the music hall.
The Grand Ole Opry or the Ryman.
Ryman, yes.
Yeah, the Ryman Auditorium, which is right there just off of Broadway.
Yeah, and for someone who I absolutely adore music and music history, I was 6 credits away from a minor in rock and roll history in college. The most meaningless minor.
Yeah, but what a cool minor.
Definitely a place I'd like to go have a good time.
Well, that one is good. Join us. Yeah, we look forward to that. Presented by Hy-Vee.
Think about, sorry, Russ, how much the game has changed and and what he's seen, in having coached for almost 50 years.
Well, I'll tell you, here's another one. You know who the most famous player he ever coached was?
Who would that be?
You're gonna be in awe.
Okay.
One Latrell Sprewell.
Wow.
Off the mark right there, and we're under a minute to go in the half. 12-point Warrior lead. Perkins on the defense of Vaughn. Vaughn will go to the corner, and that three-pointer will hit the rim and no good. They're now 2 of 11.
They have gone
and
ice
we're 1
cold.
of 9. Yeah,
ice cold. They made 2 of their first 4.
Gadsden, yes sir. Morgan's corner three-pointer makes it a 15-point ball game. Gadsden knocks one down. I had a Morgan's corner burger today, and it was delicious. Vaughn out of Colby, Kansas. Shot clock and game clock literally less than a second apart. Vaughn into the lane, kicks it out, and out of the corner, and he stepped out of bounds. You see that a lot in the corner. You just think I'll chat with Coach Bess, and then we'll have some stats. Tayshaun Bridges going to go to the hoop, get contact, put it up and in. And the Warriors lead is 17. They'll have one final heave. They don't even get that. And that is how we go to the half, with the Warriors leading by a score of 40-23 here.
They have to. I mean, down 17. This was kind of a rock fight in the early going, but contest, if Hills can grow that lead even more, Pratt's going to feel the pressure. They might keep hoisting up threes, and so far they haven't been able to hit many.
Abdullah Fall up top with it. You heard Coach at the half say he's the guy that really got us going, and his effort tonight has been phenomenal. He plays so hard, and he is just a tremendous athletic kid. He's going to the hoop, knocked free, and it's loose on the floor. Pratt will come out of there with it. That'll be turnover number 9 on the Warriors. Three-pointer coming here is on the money, and that's just what you want if you are Pratt. That is Kason Robinson, redshirt freshman out of Little Rock, Arkansas. Pratt's going to stay with the press. Of course, the national champion last year, Barton, came out of Region 6. Kansas, very good junior college athletics. They still have a really strong football, junior college football coming out of Kansas. Costello, yes sir, a Morgan's corner three-pointer, and I can't wait to see this kid really get going. Quick catch and release there.
Yeah, that was textbook.
Where you're staying at man-to-man. To the corner, three-pointer coming. Vaughn is off the rim, too strong, but rebound Robinson back to Vaughn. I'll be back here tomorrow for the RV Power Sports Classic. Zach heads to Belleville, Illinois. That three-pointer's on the money. And that came from Jarrett Dingle, who now has 11 in the ball game. Zach's going to call the Midwest District B in Belleville, Illinois, where the Warriors will try to punch their ticket to the national tournament in volleyball. 4 o'clock, opening serve tomorrow. So
can't
he'll
wait.
be there. Should be fun. That's going to be out off the Warriors.
Going to Hutch last year was a great experience as well, and even though they lost on opening day, they were still able to surge through the consolation bracket and end their season with 3 consecutive wins.
Now, you have not had a chance yet, right, to see the national championship basketball tournament in Hutch, right?
Not yet.
And Zach is going to be leaving us, going to be going to Salina, Kansas, working that area, which won't be far away. I could see that being something, you know, if you're in that time of year, you may not have a lot going on high school sports-wise. You would thoroughly enjoy that. Mm-hmm. It is some amazing. Well, you see the basketball, you see here the athleticism, a lot of Division I athletes. Costello, no good. I think in that arena, they do such a great job with it, and it's so much fun to be there. He stepped out of bounds.
Salina Central, and then they're in talks right now, the station that is KSAL, working out a contract with Kansas Wesleyan University to cover their games, and certainly hoping for that, a great NIAA program.
Their JV is one of the teams here that Pratt defeated.
That's right.
You'll be right in the heart of Region 6 Junior College. Up ahead, Walters. Walters will lay it up and in, and the Warriors will lead it 45-29. Had a 17-point lead at the half. Got it back to 16 now. We'd love to hear your comments. Let us know where you're watching from, who you are cheering for. Always great to hear from you. That one's good. That is Robinson. Oh, Abdullah Fall looking to rock the rim. And unable to hit it, but some jockeying there. Let's see, nothing called. They're going to let it stand, so lead is at 16. Again, we led it the half by 17. We got Ryan Nelson, our old friend from Blackhawk country over there. And we got a little extra. All right, no harm, no foul. Ball gets back in play, and we'll play with just one basketball at a time, please. Walters knocks it loose, goes out of bounds. Ryan Nelson is February, and then again on the 22nd. So we got to wait a while, but then we get it back-to-back. Uh-oh, look out. That was a breach of contract there. And slamming that one home is A.J. Akot. Walters the other way to the corner. Will Casey, no good. Caden Nation set to check in. Long three-pointer from Vaughn. A little short. Now he goes baseline, hangs in the air, goes up and under, couldn't get it, but they'll get another opportunity. Dingle will have it, guarded by Costello. A little shimmy shake, and that's too strong. Will Casey's got it. Casey on the move. Somebody better stop him. Casey does have his dribble cut off and then throws it knocked out of bounds, but it'll stay with the Warriors. Emma Slaughter working on the floor tonight, doing a great job. Bella Santabon is up top. We got 3 cameras going tonight. Is that Ramsey on the other? 4.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Daniel's going as well. That one is good. Yes, sir. Morgan's corner three-pointer for the Warriors. So we've got 4 Dr. Mark Galtfellish high-definition cameras going for you tonight. That one's good. 50-35 now. The action is fast and furious at the moment. Walters kicks it out to Perkins. Perkins to Caden Nation. Nation dumps it down off the hands of Will Casey.
That's tough for Casey, because I think from that distance, he's expecting Nation to go up with a floater there, and then he kind of gets caught in the air. Is he going to pass? Is he going to shoot? And Casey obviously not expecting the pass.
$15-point Warrior lead. Led by 17 at the half. Warriors will have Tyler tomorrow night, the Apache. Little stomping grounds of one Kelsey Weeks, our athletic director. She was the interim AD there.
Really?
Yeah. She played soccer there, also coached soccer there, won a national title as a player there. Caden Nation off the feed from Will Casey, and we've got a player down here, and Not sure who that is just yet, but it's a player from 52-37 Indian Hills. It was Joseph Operaike, and he came off on his own, but yeah, I'm not sure what happened, but we certainly hope this young man is okay. Vaughn into the lane. A little underhand layup is up and good. Nice finish there by Hunter Vaughn, the 6-foot redshirt freshman. Alan Johnson.
Sorry, Russ. He hasn't been shy tonight.
Caden Nation, no good. Will Casey fighting for it, and he is going to commit a rules infraction. That is the second time tonight the Willows broke the rules, and that's the first team foul of the half on Indian Hills. So 4:30 tomorrow, this Pratt squad will take on Sauk Valley, and then the Warriors will have Tyler, Texas tomorrow night at 7. Got a shout out to the JUCO Jam guys. They do a great job. I can't wait to follow that along all season again. That one is out of bounds. Brandon Goebel and Nick Nielsen.
Now 1 for 10.
1 for 10.
Yeah.
And he's hearing it from the Warrior crowd on that one. But you know what you do? You just keep shooting, right? Shooters shoot.
Has not been bashful.
Alan Johnson gets the high screen from Casey. Now he gives it up to Bridges. Bridges into the lane, takes it to the hoop. Basket and a foul. Tayshaun Bridges with a little coming out party tonight. He has 10 points, double digits, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, he takes off and
that one is no good. Knocked loose. Grabbed by number 14, Kason Robinson. Yeah, we just tremendous number of athletes. And he'll just, what do we have here? We have a whistle. And all right, so say that Alan Johnson was clearly set there, but they called the foul before there was a push. So not a blocking foul on Alan Johnson. Bridges knocks that one loose. It'll stay here. Tayshaun. The energy level is on high tonight for this young man as well. This guy's, our backcourt especially, we talked about it several times with Coach in our postgame. I mean, he just runs guys out there that just make your life miserable. They're tenacious defensively. Bond. Foul. He'll go to the line with an even 13 minutes left to go.
As he knocks both down. Does that change his night at all? We hope not.
Yeah.
But that's one thing you have to look for after he sees a couple go through.
When a guy is 1 for 10 and he keeps shooting, that tells me that he does not lack for confidence and that he's a shooter. Mm-hmm. And that any minute, it's all going to change. Casey fighting, knocked loose, out of bounds, Warrior basketball.
A lot of times you'll see offensive rebounds and guys will get that stripped away when they bring the ball down. Casey, obviously the tallest guy out there, didn't even really bring it down. They just poked it free.
Gadsden brings it in to Alan Johnson. Alan Johnson has not scored tonight, and he's well capable. Shot clock at 3. Spins. He needs to let it fly. He does. Off the rim, no good. And into the hands of the Beavers, number 11, Samoon. That one's off the front of the rim. Samoon puts it up. No good. Swatted by Caden Nation. Get that out of here. Bridges to Alan Johnson. No good. And a foul. Uh-oh, Alan Johnson is down. But Masheed at 7'1". I mean, you watch them run down the floor side by side and you think this is going to be a lot of fun to watch here. 56-41. Lead is 15. So while we haven't blown it wide open, we have, staved off any big punches from them at this point.
It's not often that you say,
oh, that's going to be out for Bridges.
That's unfortunate. It's a great defensive play. It's not often you say you've kept a team at arm's length and you lead by 15.
Right.
Maybe that's like a 5-6.
15-point Warrior lead. with 11:45 left to go in this one. That was the under 12 media timeout. Looking for a friend there is a cot. Still hasn't seemed to be able to find one. And so there was no 5-second call there. I don't know. I think maybe what it is, I guess I don't know what it is, because he had that ball a long time. So I'm not sure what that call was earlier, and I meant to check, because I really thought they did away with the 5-second closely guarded call in college basketball. So, but it appears that's what was called in that first half. I don't know. That's going to be a traveling violation.
That's a tough break for Vaughn there. A great break for Indian Hills, because in a situation like that where you're doubled on your side of the court near midcourt, Russ, that midcourt line is almost like a third defender because you can't go across it.
Caden Nation brings it into Alan Johnson. Bridges having a good game tonight. Oh, behind the back to Vlad, and he can't finish. Doggone it, what a lead by Tayshaun Bridges. Vaughn, he is really struggling tonight.
1 for 12.
Bridges, little shimmy shake. Now he kicks it back here to Alan Johnson. Through some traffic, pulls up, a little short on that one. They might have got a piece of that one. Vaughn, I thought he was going to try it again. He is going to try it again. And he got it. He's got to be thinking, oh, my land, thank you.
I'm surprised he didn't look to the sky. And you said it. If he's not shooting, he's not doing his job out there. That's what he's got to do. Keep the defense honest.
Absolutely. Gadsden. Yes, sir. Morgan's Corner three-pointer for Zebin Gadsden. He's got 8 points tonight. Young man out of Akron, Ohio, 6'2" freshman. Announcing his presence to Warrior Nation here at the Hellier Center. Lead is back to 15. That shot is short. Vlade says, I'll take it. Now he gives it up to Caden Nation. Alan Johnson barks out the call. 4 fouls on the Warriors, 3 on the Beavers. See if Gadsden thinks he's feeling it here. He wants that high screen from Simmerich. He gets it. Now dumps it down on a little give and go. Basket and a foul. Nice job by Gadsden and Simmerich. And the Warrior lead is now 61. Young man out of the Ukraine. (62-44) now. That one is no good. Grabbed by Abdullah Fall. Warriors with an 18-point lead. 9:37 to go. Looking to pull away here. Whoops. Costello. Oh, wait a minute.
Hot potato.
Yeah.
Oh.
.926 left to go in this one. To the hoop. That would almost look like it slipped out on the way up, but just about made it. Look at Vladdy dribbling up the floor. Gives it to Abdullah Fall, and nobody more happy about that probably than Coach Dewey. That one's knocked loose.
Yeah, that's when they call it coffin corner. I mean, you pick up your dribble, you're in the corner, there's no space to operate.
And that's going to be a foul on Walters. And that will mean freebies.
Rebounds, but not a lot of second chance points. That's an area where we have actually gotten that. So fit of breaking that press early. You got one guy down the court. He's going to be uncovered and knock it down.
65-47. Warriors in the lead with 8:21 to go. Shot clock at 12. Out of bounds. Warrior basketball. That'll be turnover number 13 on the Beavers.
I don't know how Walters didn't touch that, Russ, because he was obviously looking to jump the passing lane, but heads up decision by him not to touch it.
Trent Walters out of Frisco, Texas. One of this great backcourt the Warriors have. Abdullah gets it back to Walters. Three-pointer coming here from Perkins. Yes, sir. Morgan's Corner three-pointer for Quentin Perkins.
And they've really heated up from downtown. Just 2 made threes in the first half, 5 here in the second half.
And coming a little bit from everybody, really.
Yeah.
rattled, wouldn't go, and Simmerich says, I'll take it. Walters up ahead to Costello. Costello sets his feet, fires. Yes, sir! Morgan's corner three-pointer for Mason Costello. And he's announcing his presence to this Warrior crowd, and all of a sudden it's 71-47. Swatted by Costello. The Beavers will keep possession. To the corner, three-pointer coming, and no good. Ball tipped again, and into the hands of Perkins. Perkins up ahead to Blotty. Blotty, no. Just a little bit too close to the hooper. He was going to have him a hey baby. No good there, and a foul coming as Abdullah fall. Perkins, Walters, Fall, Costello, and Simmerich currently on the floor for Indian Hills. Costello, he wants it, man. He's feeling it. They're all up in his business now. Walters floats it off the glass and good. Trenton Walters now has 8 on the evening. And it is 73-47 Warriors. With 6:23 to go, you know where Titus's mind is now going, right?
What's for dinner?
Olays. He's thinking, can we get, he's doing the math. He's like all those guys on election night trying to figure out how the path to the electoral, 270 for either side. He's trying to do the math like what's, and Pratt keeping the pressure on now. It's like a full court man-to-man. Not really much trapping out of this press. And I would think at some point they may look to do that, try to force a few more turnovers here. Walters leaves it for Vlad. Vlad floats it and sticks it.
Ooh, that's that even after it hit the rim once. Because usually you'll see a three-pointer just get wedged right in there.
Like clunk. But, yeah, that one took a bounce off the back iron and then settled in there. I don't know that I've really ever seen that quite like that before. Leave it to Vlad, right?
He's done it all tonight.
Checking in is A.T. Manuan.
He runs the floor really, really well. That was something that I think got overshadowed when he got caught under the rim and missed that. But, I mean, he for his size, he runs the floor very.
So now they would be in the bonus now the rest of the way. Whoops. Hey, hold on. He got it. And the whistle. Yeah, we have a clock issue here, yeah. He doesn't know what he did. He's just sitting there. What happened? That three-pointer is good, and it's a 20-point ball game. I tell you what, Dingle's had a good night. 17 now for him. Walters all the way through, and now leaves it out here for Perkins. He'll swing it up to Abdullah. He'll go down the lane, and his shot is blocked, but Vlad's got it. Now he needs a friend, and he didn't find one quite in time. He traveled.
It's at least his 6th or 7th offensive rebound. I mean, what a night for him.
Turnover battle is now 15 on us and 13 on them. 20-point Indian Hills lead.
Talk about one thing that Coach Dewey's going to look at in a hopefully comfortable win. He's going to look at the turnovers and say, yeah, we won by 20 plus, but we can't afford to. They came into tonight averaging 15 a game, but that's still going to be too much. 18.
And make it 14. 14 for 14. We dip under 5 minutes. The Warrior lead is at 18. And we've seen at this level of basketball, the way guys can shoot, things can turn quickly. And that's a turnover, and that is a basket. And 73-57. And as I thought might happen, Coach Dewey would like to have a little conversation with the fellas. Warriors have the basketball and a 16-point lead. Will Casey brings it into Quentin Perkins. Well, Indian Hills home tomorrow night against Tyler, Texas. Then we're back home next Tuesday. Three-pointer coming from Perkins. No good. Casey trying to get it. Won't be able to do it. So then we take off for Idaho. We go to the College of Southern Idaho, where we will play Colorado Northwestern on Friday night, and then the College of Southern Idaho on Saturday. That one's no good. Loose ball, and Manuan, unfortunately, will travel before he got that thing secured.
I've seen that a lot tonight. That specific travel where you get a loose ball and you're...
To the hoop, the floater, no good. Loose ball, and into the hands of the Beavers, and nope, goes out of bounds. All right, I thought he had a handle on it, but it went out of bounds. Great crew tonight for us. 4 high-definition cameras. Dr. Mark Goldfellows at the optical shop. And we have on the floor one Emma Slaughter, and up top we have Ariana Ramsey, and we have Bella, directed by Titus Lutring. I'm Russ W. Oker, and joined by Zach Ibrahim. Zach will have your volleyball action tomorrow as the Warriors will take on I think the winner of Mineral Area and somebody. I'd have to look. Will Casey to the hoop, puts it in. But we've got a bye, so we play at 4 o'clock. If we win that, then I think it's noon on Sunday. And that would be for the district championship and the right to go to the national tournament. The Warriors have been the last 2 years, so we're hoping to get back there. No good. Loose ball, though, under the hoop. Everybody would like to get their hands on it. It's going to go out of bounds and stay put. Indian Hills. Yeah, nice little runner there by Robinson, and a timeout. Up the Beavers pretty good tonight.
We sure have, Russ. And, you know, they came out hot, right, and hit 2 of their first 5 threes, and we were turning it over, not hitting open threes, and that script has flipped.
No doubt about it. Indian Hills now 8 of 20 from three-point land, 40%. To the corner to Perkins. He goes through traffic, tried to wrap it around to Will and got it back. And now Bridges, who's had a great game through traffic, leaves it for Intizami. And that is good. I thought that was Will, but it was actually Jamal down low. And Jamal finishes there for his 4th point of the night in 77-59. That one's off the mark, out of bounds, Warrior basketball.
And just the difficulty of the shots that Pratt's had to take for their on-ball pressure. And, wow, a travel on the inbound.
Travel on the inbound. He must have moved out of that 3-foot box area that you get.
I have a feeling they'll be running suicides. The same amount of travels that they had, that'll be the amount of suicides they got to run.
Knock loose and a late whistle. Caden Nation, a fascinating creature. They're also very much a pest if you have a pond or something.
Sure.
But you were telling me, and I'm not a hunter or a trapper, that you have learned through your time here in the great state of Iowa that the beaver can be difficult to trap. Fancy basketball there, but it wouldn't go for Bridges.
And now people might be saying, well, how do you get this information if not from Google?
Yes.
And people have not tuned into This Week Osceola, which I would understand, our Go Hills TV audience, not watching a lot of Go Clark TV stuff maybe, but we had a man by the name of Riley Shea, the Southern Iowa critter catcher.
The critter catcher.
The critter catcher. That's right. You got a raccoon problem, Russ. I mean, you got possums that won't leave you alone, a pesky fox. You call Riley Shea. And so we had to ask him, what is one of the tougher animals to trap? And he said, well, you'd think, a fox or, a raccoon or something that's quick and can get away. The beaver, even if you trap it,
no good there for Caden Nation. It'll be a shot clock violation.
It'll gnaw its way out of that trap. I mean, it will chew through the steel and escape if you don't get to it in time.
Well, they've got some pretty impressive teeth. I mean,
no, exactly. But they really never stop growing. They are a fascinating creature. They're considered a rodent, which I didn't know.
This one is off the mark, grabbed by Jamal Intizami.
They can hold their breath for up to 15 minutes.
Fancy dribbling there, Perkins. Oh, hey, good finish there by Intizami. Perkins had a great play there, couldn't get the finish, but his buddy Intizami says, you know what, let me get in on the action here. Three-pointer there is on the money, but with 58 seconds to go, we've got ourselves a 79-64 Warriors trying to pick up our second win of the year, get to 2-1. Get ready tomorrow night for a battle with Tyler, Texas, the Apache. Gadsden going to head to the hoop. Oh, man, he was going for it and knocked out of there. He had that baby.
And a Sports Center top 10 to boot.
Nonetheless, it turns out to be Beaver basketball.
And this is the type of game you wanted. Nice, comfortable, steady win.
Absolutely. With 30 seconds to go and a 15-point lead, you feel pretty darn good about it. Alan Johnson comes across the timeline for the Warriors. It is the RV Power Sports Classic. We'll have action tomorrow, 4:30 and 7. 4:30 game is Pratt and Sauk Valley. And the 7 o'clock game has your Warriors against Tyler, Texas. It looks like with just 1 second between the game clock and shot clock, they will basically all but dribble this thing out. Alan Johnson, 3 on the shot clock. Caden Nation. Gadsden tries to fire away, but they swat it, and then that will do it. So the Warriors will get the Hy-Vee Warrior win, 79-64, and run our record to 2-1. All in all, a pretty solid game of basketball. I'll look forward to visiting with Coach